up, everybody? My palms are sweaty.
You're really hot, aren't you?
It is freaking hot. It is the middle of August. We are in Savannah, Georgia. We are in a basement. I don't think the air conditioning's on. You're in a full tuxedo.
This is a new jacket, by the way.
New jacket. Yep. I thought you had the dry cleaning sticker, but
new jacket.
No sponsored ads here. If I start sweating just in the middle of this thing and my brow starts glistening, just totally ignore that.
You know, this is also a podcast.
This is also a podcast, so thank you guys for listening to us on the podcast. Thanks for watching on Facebook. If y'all want to chime in, comment, please do so as you wish. This is the finale. Dun, 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 dun.
Season 1.
Season 1 finale of Bananas Unpeeled. I know we always joke about the number of episodes. Okay. However, we have put together 30, dare you say, quality episodes for Bananas fans to literally go behind the scenes of what we do here on a daily basis, weekly basis, leading up to the season and through the season. 30 episodes this summer.
I think we may win some awards.
The awards will be to be determined.
Yes.
So if you know of any free awards that we can get, please,
or just give us an award.
Please nominate us for those. This episode is going to be a kind of accumulation of all things from this season. It's going to be the superlative episode.
The best of the best.
Of the best. We've got entertainment stuff, team stuff, people stuff, memory stuff, all superlatives.
Well, again, I think it's great because it's a great way to recap because a lot of things, the season was almost a blur. I mean, what do we have, like 33 openings in 10 weeks?
Well, so there's 28 games.
Yes.
But by the time you rain out a couple times and you reschedule and you do Super Splash Day and playoffs, we open the gates 33 times this year.
It's unbelievable.
Which is a freaking huge number of times in a record.
And we brought on so many new things this year. So many new characters, so many new players that really jumped into the party atmosphere that we have. I think we need to recap it because, we're still hearing a week after fans, they're bringing in donuts and they're bringing in extra gifts, and we just love this fan base so much. So let's recap it. Let's talk about the best of the best. I think this is a great episode to almost come back to, and people can say, all right, no, this was my favorite promotion. This was my favorite cast member. This was, and try to get some feedback because we're learning from this.
As we go through this, as we go through some of the categories we talk about, please, chime in. Let us know what you think your best of this was. As we were preparing for the episode, I made the comment that I was best all around in high school.
Yes, and then and we were standing also with Barry, our director of tickets, who said, "Weren't you homeschooled?" So just let's go. So did your mother give you best all around?
All right, big misconception here.
You were homeschooled.
No, I was homeschooled, but not in high school. So Barry thinks that I just self-awarded myself.
You won your mother or your father gave you every superlative.
A lot of homeschool.
You were best all around. You were the only one being taught.
A lot of homeschool jokes happening.
All right, hold on.
I was homeschooled in middle school. I actually went to a real high school.
How many students?
Real people. No, there was 1,000, 1,200 students at Western Alamance High School. Proud graduate there, best all around.
And you were best all around?
Best all around.
Did you campaign?
No, not at all.
They just voted you best all around.
Yeah, that's the goodness of their hearts.
I like you. I like you a lot. That's pretty impressive.
The goodness of their heart. So
I won 0 superlatives.
Well, that's something.
But
that's why you are who you are today.
I'm just fighting. No, I'm fighting to try to win superlatives.
Yeah.
Because in middle school, I found out I was 3rd place or 2nd runner-up for best dancer.
Fun fact, I also did a pageant in high school. I was named Mr. Congeniality for that.
So did you peak in high school?
Probably so. We're getting off the tracks here, folks. Okay, let's go back into it. Superlative edition, best of the best. All right.
Congeniality.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Shocking.
I won none of this.
All right, so we're going to start with some of the bigger ones. Or should we start with some of the smaller ones?
Wherever you want to start, we got a list of a lot of ideas, and we're also open to other superlatives from the group as well. But a lot of great moments. Where do you want to start?
I want to start with, in your mind, the weirdest promotion of 2019.
I think to really set the stage for that, we need to list. I got a list here of all the promotions. So let's list all the promotions that we can go from here. The new promotions this year were the Giant Underwear Race, Shake It for Santa, the Player Blindfolded Limbo, Split Says, the Stadium Roller Coaster, the Tyler Two-Step Competition, which he won on the field with his fiancée Danielle, Banana Boat Rides, Olga,
the
famous singer.
Eighth inning singer.
Eighth inning singer. The Rally Shark. The Animal Relay Race, which was Barnyard. Crest on My Chest. Living Pinata. The Sexy Saxophone. Golden Banana in the Grandstands. DJ Peels on Wheels versus the Fans. We had Player Conga Lines. Cold Turkey. We had Shout. We had Baby Birding, which was excellent. That might win it. And the Treasure Hunt in the Crowd. That was a lot of the new promotions.
Yeah.
So the weirdest promotion has to go with the final game. People would think I'd go with the Cold Turkey, but I'm going Crest on My Chest. The man, the myth, the legend, our director of film and production, came up with it. The idea of actually women squeezing out Crest toothpaste, all over their man's chest, running, dizzy batting, grabbing a toothbrush, and brushing their teeth with toothpaste off the man's chest.
Beautiful.
It was very weird. It was a hit. What was yours?
It's everything you didn't want it to be and more.
I think, but what we had people reach out and said, you guys really pulled out all the stops. We just got weird. Is what
very
we did.
Weird.
What about yours?
So for mine, I wrote down Barnyard. I thought the Barnyard was just super weird because of how, you think about like a person wakes up in the morning and they say, I'm going to the game tonight.
Yes.
I don't think they woke up that morning and said, I'm going to the game tonight and I'm going to imitate a snail in front of 4,000 people at Grayson Stadium and literally drag my body and scoot my face across the grass on the ground at Grayson Stadium to imitate a snail. That one, I lost it every single time, thinking there's these grown adults imitating
grown men,
imitating T-Rexes and penguins and chickens, and then ultimately, which got the most laughs, the snail. It was hysterical.
Snail, T-Rex, penguin. That's a fun one. I want to note on that. The weirdest promotion, we've done it now for 2 years, but necking it is right up there.
Necking is right up there. I mean, the videos that come out of that are hysterical. You got some larger dudes up there. Some of them have beards. I mean, you are in it. You want to talk about sweating?
Yes. It's a love scene between men with the tennis ball, and we're playing, Marvin Gaye on there. That is definitely one of the weirdest.
Nikki chimed in and said weirdest was definitely the turkey one, 100% weird. That one was 100%
The cold turkey did not make sense, but that's what we do.
All right, so you were reading some of the new promotions.
Yes.
What was your favorite new promotion or best new promotion?
Best new promotion. I'm gonna go a little off the tracks here. I'm gonna go with the stadium roller coaster.
Interesting.
And here's why I'm going off the tracks. You see the use of the pun there. All right. Anytime you can get 4,000 people doing something involving the players is a huge win.
Yep.
And the stadium roller coaster, it was just something we saw the players doing one game.
Yep.
And then Leroy just got in front and started telling everyone to go left, right. The videos of 4,000 people acting like they're a roller coaster in a stationary seat in an old ballpark is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I certainly agree with you there. When I did my Undercover Night, I didn't really fully appreciate the roller coaster skit until I went undercover.
Yes.
And I saw the guys get out there, and I was like looking around, and they do the click,
yes.
And then everyone did it, and everyone's hands went up, and I was like, "This is chaos. This is absolutely insane." The one that got me this year, and you have to see the video of it. I don't remember, Ben. Where was it posted at? The turtle pinata, was it posted somewhere?
The living pinata.
I think it was posted somewhere. Maybe it wasn't. Anyways, the living pinata, where one of our staff has to dress up in the turtle costume, and then we took basically the inner tube of wrapping paper thing, so those long cardboard inner tubes, and the turtle has candy in its hands, and these kids chase the turtle around the field, beat the absolute crap out of it, and the turtle is throwing candy into the air. I knew what I was about to watch, and I could not help but just start bending over laughing because I thought it was so hysterical. Just the thought of these kids beating the crap out of this turtle, and then the turtle's throwing candy into the air like a living pinata.
I love it. On that note, I want to jump on one promotion that we adjusted this year. I think made it better was the Ring Dudes. We actually had the players do it this year instead of our former characters. Our players got on the dugouts and got crazy. We even had one of our Banana Nanas on the dugout. We had Riley on the dugout. When you have players acting like ring girls on a dugout with the ninth inning, and the players are fully like just they're all in on it. I mean, they're doing squats, they're flexing, they're getting their shirts open. I think that was a really good new take on way to finish the game.
Let's see. Teresa says, wish y'all could show the pictures of these promotions. So we will rely on producer Ben and marketing guru Kara to show more of these pictures and footage in the comments of our Facebook and of our YouTube.
I want to add a new superlative to the mix.
Go ahead.
Favorite new tradition at the ballpark this summer?
Well, I think this one for me goes to also the new edition of 2019, which is the parade.
Yes.
I think that, again, going back to my Undercover Night, so if anyone doesn't know, I don't spend a ton of time on the field when I'm working on the field, witnessing the show. I'm normally really focused on the fans, the operation, the food, the drinks, all that stuff, and so I don't get to see the show. So when I get to go to the game as a fan undercover, I get to see this. And when I saw the parade, and of course I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I felt like, it's like the game had started in a way. I felt like, okay, they're here, the characters are coming in, like it was this grand entrance. I felt like, all right, here we go. And that was a cool tradition.
No, I mean, obviously the band starts it off. We got the Savannah Bananas, Santa, all the characters, and the energy in the stadium. You just can feel it lifted right when they have a parade. That's definitely one of my favorite new pregame promotions. But the favorite new tradition, the stolen base tradition, Baby Shark.
Baby Shark, okay.
Again, this we've been trying to figure out for years. We steal a lot of bases, the green light special. But when we steal, how do you get the whole crowd to see all of a sudden the song come, and not only the fans, but the players and the whole stadium going like this is electric.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a new tradition, and I don't think it's going away for 2020.
No, I like that a lot.
Where do you want to go now?
All right, let's go to, you mentioned pregame promotion. What was your favorite pregame promotion?
Absolutely love the parade, but I loved the singing announcements.
Oh, you took mine.
I think it was a new twist. The best pregame. I mean, Nicole Charrett joined in and started singing a song, and you'd hear, actually the last few games, I would hear the fans saying, "Smoking is." The fans were singing it now because it became a mainstay.
Well, it wasn't really a mainstay. It was actually burned in your brain. I think all of our staff, including myself, struggles with those lyrics in that song literally being burned in our brains, and I can't unhear it anymore. And so you would catch yourself walking around the stadium, smoking is my habit.
We got exits on the left and exits on the right.
It was just like, it was so well done. And again, you would see people, and they would start smiling and pointing at Nicole, as she started singing that, and that was something that she took on herself, wrote the entire lyrics for our pregame announcements,
it's amazing,
and then performed them. Nikki also agrees with you and says one of their favorite traditions was doing Baby Shark. She was literally saying this as you were talking about.
I'm going to add, we're going to get into the team, but I want to add one more. I want to add one more. Favorite laugh out loud moment of the season. I'm going to I'll share two that really stood out. The pregame visiting lineups. We do in different ways. We started doing raps at the end of the year. We had kids read them. We did them in very funny ways. We did it as poetry. But the Makin' Bacon, early in the season, when one of our band members put the costume on backwards. That was one of the hardest moments I've ever laughed. Again, the costume with the tail was put on the opposite way in the front. And the fan reaction, when Will showed shit, he goes, "Jesse, I'm so sorry," and pointed, I lost it. And he came off and said, everyone was taking pictures. Well, because you put the costume on backwards. Laugh out loud moment. Want to share one more, and this will get into later movies. Couldn't stop laughing at the behind the scenes of fighting the luchador. When I was in here and watching the players actually physically wrestle a luchador was one of the funniest moments I've been a part of in 4 years. I haven't laughed that hard. And backstory, there was actually Entrepreneur Magazine was here watching this. And they're like, what is going on? And it was really, really cool. So those are laugh out loud moments. We can move on. I don't know if one sticks out for you.
I don't know if there's any laugh out loud moment. I have to think about that a little more. So I don't think there's anything that sticks out to me specifically. I mean, obviously, like I mentioned, the live pinata was hysterical to me.
We might have to do that more, yes.
That's keep coming back. All right, let's move on to some of our people and some of our cast.
Yes.
Some of the people that were involved in the show. Lots of moving parts this year. Lots of new people. Started with, do we have a host? Do we not have a host? Do we have a first base coach that does, dancing? Do we not? Like, all these question marks, but then it turned into a really cool cast of characters.
100%. 100%. I mean, the cast was the largest cast we've ever had. It was unbelievably impressive. And then not only the cast, I think the players joined the cast more than anything. The players were a part of the cast this summer.
So let's go through this then. Who was your breakout star? Who was your entertainer, your best entertainer?
You know, I think the easy decision would be Maceo.
Right.
Because of we lost our breakdancing coach, and then he came and did a whole nother level, from backflips to cartwheels. I mean, people were in shock and awe what Maceo was doing. But breakout star, I mean, that's a tough one. You know, I think from our entertainers, you know, you have Santa, the Bananas, DJ Peels, Colton, the high fiver, Luke, our 10-year-old co-host. I'm going to say our breakout star is Colton, the high fiver.
Yeah.
And here's why. Because he came in as the high fiver, but he even got on the mic later. He was dancing throughout the game.
Yep.
And for a 6-year-old to have that much stage
he's in
presence.
He's in first grade.
Yeah, and I'm going to combine him with another 6-year-old, Riley, who joined as wasn't even a cast member.
Yeah.
But became a cast member. Riley came down from the stands that one night, started doing the warm on the field, and then was mic'd up in the dugout the last few games as coach. I think those 2 6-year-olds come together.
Yeah.
And we're going to be hearing a lot from them in the years to come.
That's cool. I do agree with Colton being a breakout star. He was certainly noticeable throughout the entire ballpark. Yep. He would get 1,000 high fives a night, it seemed like. But obviously, you know, Maceo was an absolute legend. I mean, the skills that he brought to the ballpark were second to none. Most likely to be on a reality show. Who would you go with here? One of our characters.
Reginald.
Interesting.
Reginald. And I think Colton and Riley and Luke and all of them have opportunities. But I'm going to go with Reginald. Because I see him.
I don't see this.
All right. I see him as TV gold. Here's why. All right. Because his smile, his charisma, he was giving pregame speeches by the end of the year. It's just a story of a character that comes from, I was doing trash to I became part of the team. And there's a great story there. Just give it time.
I'm not on that one. Right. Who I am on, 100% on, I'm buying this all day, is Marty, our legendary Banana.
Oh, okay.
Marty he's a reality
gold.
He's reality gold. He's a small business owner.
Yep.
He's from the area. Everyone knows them from Savannah. Legendary.
Right.
He starts coming to games.
I may be swayed.
He buys a couple 10-game plans.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden he starts dressing up in full costume.
Yep.
The sunglasses, the jewelry, the jersey.
Yep.
The shirts, the socks.
He's like you've got a band of the Bananas, but he might be the breakout star there.
And then he's creating videos of himself, and then all of a sudden he's on the Bananas.
Yep.
It's like, this dude is reality TV.
Yep. I can see with Marty and all the Bananas. I mean, from Bruce, Michael, Nate, they all stood out, but Marty was definitely in a league of his own.
And I have some fans already commenting on Facebook.
All right, they love Marty.
Tina, what's up?
All right, maybe Reginald is best supporting actor.
100%.
Okay.
Reginald could be supporting actor.
You're right. All right, let's go next.
All right, so best dressed staff member or cast member?
Best dressed. It's interesting. In previous years, you would go Banana Beard, maybe. You would go Elvis. You would go some others. Best dressed. I'm going to go 2 ushers here. I'm going to go Cree and Jacob.
Yep, I was going to go Jacob.
All right, I'm going to go both those because they didn't have to come in any kind of costume. They weren't told what to wear or an idea what to wear. They just showed up like that. Jacob is like this country western with tell me what I don't know.
Yeah, so I think the beauty of what they do is they weren't asked to wear any of that. They were just asked to wear the regular staff shirt, and they kind of show up in this crazy outfit. And so Jacob turned into this
country western,
almost like
gunslinger.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was. Like, he had a cowboy hat, and he had one of our bandanas, draped across his neck, and he literally wore a belt buckle with a gun holster, and he put a banana in there, and he carried stickers that he would give out to kids.
It's amazing.
As they were coming to the game. So very bizarre.
He's up there. And how would you even describe Creed's attire?
Creed's attire was
looked like a ballerina.
It was ballerina, but it was showgirl. It was like something out of Las Vegas
100%.
or something out of like New York that we'd see on Broadway.
100%.
And it was all yellow and bedazzled and headband. I mean, it was to the nines.
And we encourage this. If you show up dressed like ridiculous, you're probably going to get a job with us. I love it.
Christina says she would absolutely watch a show of Reginald.
Thank you. All right. See, I have some care.
Hey, we're one.
Let's go to most improved.
Okay.
Because not many people saw this, but Luke,
yes,
the 10-year-old co-host, and to come on the field and get on a mic in front of 4,000 fans every single night, most adults couldn't do that.
Right.
And what I saw was that first night, he went out to do the first pitch and first banana, and he froze.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Because Shark took over, our amazing announcer took over.
Okay.
But he froze.
Okay.
And he didn't know what to say. And he came off and he stayed positive. And the rest of the season, he jumped on every opportunity. He was running promotions. He ran this sheet race. He ran Golden Banana. He killed it during sing-off. I would argue, one of the better hosts in all of minor league baseball, just if you put him alone.
Yeah.
Because of the energy, the enthusiasm. I would say by far the most improved was Luke, and I'm so proud of him. As someone who does that and to watch where he's come, there should be a big award for Luke and what he's done over there.
I love that. All right. I know where we'll both go on this one. I think toughest goodbye of the year.
Well, remember early in the season we said goodbye to Darius.
Yes.
So Darius was here the first 2 games, and that was extremely tough.
Yep.
Fortunately, we had a very nice transition, and Maceo helped us. Last game, very easy for us, Shark. And obviously many people don't know that the announcer, 4 years, every game, over 100 games, 400,000 fans, brought the energy. And it was emotional. That last night we gave him the jersey. He teared up. At the end he came out and hugged. He didn't want to leave.
Right.
And that's going to be a tough goodbye for the fans, for us. We'll miss him. And again, you understand he's living far away now. He was making that commute, getting home at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
What he brought for the energy, but more for the heart. The guy had heart. He cared about this place, and still does. And I think he's going to be in there as a fan going nuts when he can on weekends next summer. But that was the toughest goodbye for my father.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Shark was one of those guys who he made instant connections, not only with every staff person, but obviously every single player, fans. And you always talk about, like, in all sports, you never know the face. You always hear the voice.
Yes.
And somehow, some way, Shark was able to become a face with these people. Whether it's social media, whether it was being on the field pregame with the players. It was this give and take. It was this 1 and 2. It wasn't just he was reading off a script, announcing the names, playing the music, and finishing. It was like he wanted that back and forth. I think the most interesting part I think about Shark is that if you went up there and you watched him do it, he was so passionate about the energy that he was trying to get out of the fans. He felt like if he brought it, he would get it back from the fans, and then he knew that if he could do that, then the environment that would be created was second to none.
Yeah, huge part of the team. I think he internalized it. And go back earlier episode, I forget which episode it was, but we had Shark on here, and you really get to know the man, the character, the heart, and he will always have a big part of Bananas history.
All right, let's talk a little bit about baseball. Baseball. Most likely to become president off of this baseball team.
Okay. Most likely to become president. We had a special group of players, but I'm going to go strong with this one. Mike Williams. That was your pick?
That was my pick.
Everybody loves Mike.
That interview set it apart for me.
Yep, between his parents, his grandparents coming down, he's a family man. You can tell, big family man. Faith, cares about kids. Everybody loves Mike.
No idea on his political stance, but who cares?
Listen,
he's a great person.
Hey, independent. He could win.
I think when we had that interview with him and he talked about, he called Coach Gillum and he talked about, he would only come down here if he had the opportunity to really be around people and to impact kids and do all that. It was like, man, that's what he was thinking about.
He was thinking about being a part of the community before he was thinking about his own.
Not just, can I get my at-bats? Can I get my playing time? Can I get my work in? What's the environment for me? It was like, you know what? I know that's going to be cool, but like, is there a way for me to do things for people,
100%.
do things for fans? fans, do things for kids. I was like, man, that guy has got a vision for where he wants to go.
100%.
And if baseball doesn't work out for him, I know that guy's going to be successful.
100%. 100%. We got a lot more here.
Let's go with most likely to be a professional wrestler.
Now, this is a good one because we watched them all wrestle.
You know this more than I do. I know this just from the video.
Yes. Well, the video showed you had Logan in there, you had Austin in there, you had Leroy in there, but Ethan Baucom.
The body of a wrestler.
Ethan Baucom, like, he will be a wrestler. Like, 100%. He'll probably get an opportunity to play pro ball because he hits the balls, 400 feet, won the home run derby. But he will be a professional wrestler. You heard it here first.
Yep.
Because the country character that he has, the brute strength, I mean, he's going to be one of the top wrestlers. WWE, you heard it here first.
Yeah, we probably need to start keeping track of that. We keep
who becomes professional wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean, we keep track of the minor league baseball stuff, the drafts. We talk to those guys from time to time.
Yep.
But there's got to be something we need to keep track of is what what are the steps that our guys are taking towards WWE? I mean, there's something there.
Well, I think they learn the character pieces. They learn how to be interactive with the fans. And if they have that strength like Ethan does, I mean, it's game over. If WWE is not like watching or bringing scouts to our games, they're missing out.
Tristan says Ethan, quote, Country Boy would be his nickname.
Country Boy. I can see Country Boy.
Outstanding nickname.
Yep. But they also call him Rhino, too. So there's also a Rhino nickname.
Yeah, Rhino could be interesting.
There's something there. So Ethan Baucom, I hope you become a WWE wrestler, and we called it here first.
This isn't necessarily the superlatives, but I guess for you, and you spent a lot of time, again, near the dugout and around the team and with Coach Gillum, what, I guess, just stood out to you? Like, was there anything that separated? It just seemed like you were having more fun with these guys this year, and I don't know what it was.
It was just a will-do attitude.
Okay.
That's what it was. I mean, there was never like, hey, guys, we're getting on the dugout. Hey, we're dancing. Like, when we started doing Can't Stop the Feeling, which we've done the last few years, every single player is out on the field clapping with the fans.
Yeah.
When we do Hey Baby, it's not just the 3 players on the dugout.
Right.
The whole team is doing Hey Baby.
Okay.
So what happened is, like, it was just this unbelievable contagious culture. Hey, if I'm going to dance, you're going to dance. We're all going to dance together. And it was so fun to watch these guys just embrace it. And they had the time of their life. And again, we won 35 games this year.
Yeah, really good.
I mean, you win when you're having fun.
Where do you think that comes from? Like that can-do attitude?
Leadership. 100%.
In what way?
And it's not just leadership from the coaching standpoint. It's leadership from the returning players.
Okay.
When you watch Jake Sullivan come back and Jordan Merritt and Bill Leroy, and they say, guys, this is what it's about.
Yeah.
These new guys they have to, all right, this is what we need to do. And so when you see that leadership, they're like, guys, this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
And they see them having fun, and they see the fans loving these guys. They're like, I want to be a part of that. So you get that. It's not necessarily the first leader, but it's that next person to jump in.
Right.
It's that second follower that makes everyone else lead.
Right.
And when you have Tyler Gillum at top, then you have Leroy and Sullivan and Jake Howard and Jordan Merritt and all those returning players. Then all of a sudden, all the new guys, they just jump in.
All right, so that is a beautiful segue to the next superlative, which is most likely to be a future Bananas coach.
I don't think there's a question in my mind that at some point Bill Leroy will be coaching this team.
Yep.
Because as a character and a guy that has fun, he knows the game. He knows what it's about. He's a catcher. He's a leader. He did things on the field that he has a feel for the game that not many people even know about.
Right.
And he can have that feel for the game while he can be mic'd up.
Right.
While he can be putting on a show for the fans. While he can be waving his tongue at the fans.
Yeah.
While understanding the game. He's special. And he's special as a player, but special as a person. And I think he will be a future coach. And I can't wait to see what he would do as a coach.
This is something that we talked about with Coach Gillum before he left, and we kind of had our last chat with him. And we started talking about that pipeline of, like, is there a way that if some of these guys are interested in coaching one day, what cooler thing to do than to become a player for the Bananas 1 or 2, 3 years, and then get an opportunity to be underneath Tyler Gillum for a summer and get back into the culture and be a leader of those guys that are coming up? Like, could we create this next pipeline where it's like, all right, let's say, Bill Leroy does not get to go to professional baseball for whatever reason, but still wants to be involved in baseball, gets that coaching bug inside of him, and
100%.
Tyler Gillum starts pumping out, assistant coaches where they're going around the country, going to other colleges, saying, hey, this is how the Bananas do it. This is how I want to start doing it at this college.
They're spreading fun. They're spreading the importance of culture.
Yep.
They're spreading all the good things of baseball that happen in the locker room first. And when you focus on what happens in the locker room first, what happens in the dugout first, everything on the field takes care of itself. And I'm so excited to see some of these players go on to be coaches, and it starts from the top. And Leroy was a great example this summer, and I think he's going to be an amazing coach.
Heck yeah. All right. I know you really want to do this one. And I don't even know where this one's going. Best hair.
Yeah, there's no question. He's a legend. It's Brooks Buckler, yeah.
How so? I mean,
have you seen him? We got posters of him with his shirts off, and he's just got this...
Are you talking about chest hair? Or are you talking about...
It's hair everywhere. It's just best hair. You don't need just to have the best hair. It's just best overall hair.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. So if you get a combination of body hair...
Yeah. You have some great hair.
Yeah, great hair guy.
You're a great hair guy. But Brooks, full beard, long hair, chest full of hair. How
was his arm hair, though?
Pretty strong arm hair.
Okay.
But also he would put and this goes to another segue, he put on the arm sleeve, which a lot of the guys started doing this, and he started getting kids to sign his arm sleeve. So he's got all these autographs of kids, Banana fan kids, signing his arm sleeve, which blocks his arm hair. But between the face, the beard, the chest, the hair, everything.
It's probably some of the swimming mentality. If you're trying to throw a baseball... And you got so much. Oh, that's probably
gives them an advantage.
That's probably what slowed me down. That's probably what didn't make it to the bigs.
Yeah,
but I had too much arm hair, slowed my arm down, couldn't throw as fast.
So why were you best all around? They missed that thing. But I'll tell you from this, we need some more hair guys. Tyler Gillum, I hope you're listening. We need some more guys with good hair. I think that helps. I want to do a shaving on the field. I want to do a live chest shaving.
There's that. We also need to approach the league about a first team, all hair team, something like that.
Makes sense to me.
There's like the all-star team. There's a CPL select team. There's the postseason team.
Best hair, best beards.
There's got to be some sort of best beard, best hair team.
Makes sense to me.
All right, let's get into some of the things that I would dare say we're kind of known for.
All right, what's that?
And that is the videos. We've got Ben Sheffield, director of film and production here. He puts on this show every single week.
Yes.
He films unreal ideas and unreal videos and puts out absolute fire on the internet. Let's go to your favorite video of the summer.
Well, our top 10 videos generated over 2 million views.
Unreal.
Which is just absolutely crazy. I'll give the audience here the top 5 videos, and we'll say so number 1, Old Town Road, come out, launch, opening night, just under 1 million views. Then the Segway video, which was a 10-second iPhone clip of our pitchers taking the mound with Segway, got almost 400,000 views.
Yeah.
The hot mic, the first one with Bill Leroy, all right, legend. We put the mic on him during the game, almost 250,000 views. Then the proposal video, number 4 here, the crazy proposal with doing Guess Your Spouse with the lady touching the butts. She, thank God, guessed her soon-to-be fiance and husband. And then number 5, the Luchador, coming out strong, the playoff video, fighting. But we had some other great ones, Braveheart, over 100,000 views, Baby Shark, over 100,000 views. A lot of other great videos. Jared, what was your favorite video this summer?
I will say that while the Old Town Road video was cool, I still despise that song to this day. I think that song is trash, on the record saying it. I love the hot mic. I think just for some reason growing up, and you've seen the NFL films, the mic'd up stuff, the bad lip reading stuff that you see on Facebook and YouTube. The hot mic was something so cool because we had never done it before.
Yep.
And Ben and Elias and those guys put this idea together that was like, all right, we're gonna mic these players up, we're gonna film them, we're gonna talk them through it, and then put this out to people. I thought the hot mic was super cool, and so. Bananas fans, be ready this fall. We've got more hot mics coming out. I mean, these guys put in a ton of work. So some of your favorite characters, some of your favorite people are going to be mic'd up, and you're going to see that later on this fall.
100%. My favorite video, because I saw it happen. And I think a lot of videos, we talk about ideas and we plan them forever. But this was solely designed by Ben and Elias. Elias really championed it, who's our second-year film. And Kara, they came up with it 100%. I remember when they pitched me. And it's very funny when I get pitched video ideas because they usually don't know what I'm going to say. And I first said, that doesn't make sense. And then I second said, why not try it? And they tried it, and the players embraced it. And they fought a wrestler named Voodoo Jack. And it was the most electric, the loudest, craziest, thing I've seen, and I was so proud of them because they did it 100% themselves. It wasn't pre-planned, pre-designed. Similar to Old Town Road, they came up with all themselves, but that was electric, and that was one of my favorite videos.
All right, video that will make you cry.
So, so some of our videos are obviously mostly jokes and parodies, but some touch the heart, and those are the storytelling moments. And I remember vividly, I had to miss a game in early June because I was speaking at a conference, and the video was shared with me, the Mr. Willy video.
Yep.
And I watched it, and my eyes started watering.
Yep.
And then I watched it again, and I actually teared up in the happiest possible way, as we call them, happy tears. It was one of the best storytelling moments that Ben Sheffield put together in a 5-minute video, because his story is touching. And there's so many like that, but he put it together in such a touching interview that watch that Mr. Willy video. Obviously, I mean, it generated a lot of views, but that's not what it was about.
Right.
For me, that was special. And Ben has done an amazing job of that, going back to the You Belong Here series,
right,
and our documentary film, which I get emotional watching that. When you can touch the heartstrings, that's really what it's all about. You have the fun, and then you have the emotion, and that's kind of what we do in our game. So Mr. Willy did it for me. What about you?
Yep, I was going to say that as well. I hate that we agree on all these things. It's the worst. I think I might have mentioned this before, but what stood out to me, and what I finally realized, why Mr. Willy is so passionate about him sitting in those seats, is because for the longest time he was told that because of his skin color he couldn't sit in the main grandstand. And so now he has that pride that he gets to come to Grayson Stadium and sit in those seats that he was told he could never sit in, and he's watched baseball there for now 20, 30, 40 years, and to this day he's ready to come to the ballpark, get his seat, watch the game, still be as loud as he possibly can, and to hear him say it and to kind of now see those games happen was pretty cool.
And he made it to opening night.
Yep.
And he also made it to the last game of the year. And as I went up to him, it was actually captured, I said, Willy, you're going to be back next year. We're going to see you on opening night. And he got emotional. He goes, God willing, God willing. I go, Willy, you're going to be here for opening night next year. So that's going to be pretty exciting.
Pretty cool. That's about all I got.
Well, we got some more. What's next? What about favorite moments? Then we just talked about a lot of things.
I don't know. I don't know if there's a favorite moment that sticks out to me. I mean, it's so tough. It really is so tough to think about one specific favorite moment, because I guess to me there's so many moments that stick out in particular ways, and it might be we had personally had so many friends and family come to games this year that had never come to a game before. And, you always go back home and you talk about it and you kind of share with them, hey, here's what's going on. We're in Savannah doing the Bananas thing, and then they're like, oh, cool. We'd love to get down there for a game, and it's very casual. But then they come and you go to see them, and you know that they're having a great time, but you get to go see them and you kind of watch them from a distance from a little bit, and they show up wearing regular clothes, and then about 3 innings in, they're wearing all Bananas clothes, and they're standing, they're cheering, and these people are 50, 60 years old, and it's like, those moments are pretty cool. So seeing my family come to games, seeing friends that have never come to a game before come, and then I think the last piece for me was all the people that came from around the world to come to a Bananas game. I'll never forget getting a call from New Zealand, and they called my cell phone a couple times, and I ignored it, and I finally got an email from this guy, Regan, who runs a baseball team in Australia, and he was like, I've got to come to a game, and I've got to come to Savannah, and that's the only reason that I'm coming to the United States is to come to a Savannah Bananas game. And we met and we hung out and we talked to them about their their baseball team in Australia, and it was like, this is mind-blowing that we get to run this little baseball team in Savannah, Georgia, and these people come from all over the world to see it.
And every night we go around the crowd and say, where are you from?
Every night.
And we've heard Dubai, Israel, Japan, Guatemala, groups coming in, Ireland. Every night all over the world that they came solely to come to a Bananas game. And it is unbelievably humbling and amazing to see. I do want to jump on a few favorite moments, and I didn't know that it could get better than the opening weekend. To see the players get introduced from the crowd and rip off their pants and rip off their shirts and be a part of the crowd, to introduce all the new characters. And then the next game, to do the goodbye to Darius, to have that special military surprise that no one will forget, where he came out during a blindfolded promotions in uniform to see his 2 daughters. And then also the recognition of Sherilyn, who's battling throat cancer.
Yep.
Very emotional and wild experience. And for many people know that my favorite moments, Jared, are always at the end of the night when dancing with the fans, they're playing music, the band, the DJ. That's always my favorite moments. But one that many people don't know about, Brian, our sexy saxophone player. And Brian has been playing sax for the last couple of years at the ballpark. And he's always said, he just really enjoys it. He came up to me mid-season and said, I have a regular job during the days. And I go to work early. And I count down the minutes to when I can get here and put on a show. He goes, I love it more than anything. And he goes, I'd love to start sharing some ideas with you. And so he has a notebook. And he starts sharing me all these ideas of things that he wants to do. And I'm just so blown away. And he becomes a big character where we start actually stopping the game and doing sexy saxophone, where he serenades women playing his sax in the middle of the game. He's also jumped in numerous character outfits. He's been a lot of different things. And people don't know the adversity he went through this summer. He had some unbelievable adversity, which I don't want to get into, but he didn't miss a night. He wanted to be here every night. Even when the band was gone for band camp, he came to be a part of it. And Elias and our team put together an amazing poster. We put him on the cover of Bananas Unpeeled, playing the sax, and we gave him this framed, and he got emotional. And at the last game, he came up to me and gave me a hug in front of the group, and he couldn't even talk.
Wow. He
just sat there and he goes, you have no idea. And it was this summer that meant so much, and people don't see that. But it's behind the scenes, not just for the fans, but it's for the people that are part of it. And there's a lot of those stories, but I'm never going to forget that impact on him. So I know we get into an emotional moment, but really that's what comes down. We're not just having fun. It's more than that.
This show is an emotional roller coaster. We just took you down the home stretch. We're going to bring it right back up, and we are going to get into, dare I say, 2020.
Yes.
Idea box.
Yes.
What is next? That's what everyone asks. Well, as soon as the season ends, everyone says, so what are you guys going to do next year? So what are you guys going to do next year? And we've got some ideas.
Do you want to go the ideas and then go into the future of videos, the future of fans first? What's
I'd like to go ideas first.
All right, you pick some ideas, man.
Go ideas first.
Let's rock and roll. Bringing it back from the first 15 episodes.
We don't know what's in here, actually.
This is from the summer.
The idea box has been sitting around, and it's been collecting ideas, a bunch of ideas. And so I'm going to pull out a couple here. This is crazy. This is cool, though. The DJ announcer being inside the stadium grandstand. Not being in the press box, being in the grandstand. Explain yourself.
Imagine putting what Shark did in the middle of 4,000 fans with lights, smoke, giveaways. You are a part of it. Mm-hmm. And so our announcer, we're thinking about setting up a platform in the middle of the grandstand and letting them be a part of the show. We think that'll bring a whole new level of energy that people have never seen in this ballpark.
I love it because it's something we talked about for a little bit, and we talked about this for a couple years now, just kind of between me and Jesse. And if you guys have ever seen, again, WWE or wrestling where the microphone, used to come down from the rafters and the guy would be in the middle of the ring. And we got to see Shark do that on the last game, on that Saturday night game before the fireworks show. And Jesse was doing, now you're Savannah Bananas. And then he handed the microphone off to Shark. Shark goes out there, takes the starting lineup, leading off from your banana. And I was like, this is so cool. What if this guy or girl was in a full costume, had the headphones,
full character,
had the giveaways, had the swag? Like, I would want that jersey.
I think it would be electric. So maybe developing a new character.
All right, another idea. This is a long one. Themed restrooms. The bathrooms are your typical bland restrooms, and nobody really enjoys going to them in a stadium. We can make them a theme and have decorations up on different music playing in each bathroom so they can enjoy their time in there more. Do people want to spend more time in the bathrooms?
I don't know. That's a good question to ask, though.
Themed, I suppose.
How could we get people? What if we could get people to want to spend more time? I don't know who that idea is from, but it's a good idea.
I don't either. But actually, when I was in Burlington, North Carolina, our bathrooms were themed.
What were they themed?
One was
guys
themed,
and one girls.
Well, the guys male, female. One was themed. The urinal stalls were lockers. So it was all the famous players to have come through there. So it was like Jim Tomei and CeCe Spathia.
That's kind of cool.
It was like the lockers, and then the girls one was League of Their Own.
I like it. Yeah. We now have no farting signs and making bacon urinal cakes, but we can think about other ideas.
I'm digging deep here.
Wow,
digging deep. This is a super long one. All right, the fans get a bullpen pass or a dugout pass, and you can bring fans in the bullpen or in the dugout during the game.
That's kind of interesting. I think it'd be fun.
How would you get that?
I don't know.
Is it like a random thing? Like,
I think it's a
like
prize.
Fans, reach under your seat.
I'll never forget when I was the big kahuna at Typhoon Lagoon. And because I answered some trivia questions while I was in line, I got to come in before everyone else. Maybe there's some kind of trivia that we could ask while people are in line.
Under their seat could be good.
Yeah.
We have to now train an official bat monkey of the Savannah Bananas.
Yes.
Go on.
The idea, why wouldn't we have a monkey? The idea of having a monkey that is at the ballpark and literally goes either deliver the bats or deliver the ball to the umpire and just climbs up the umpire and then hands him the ball.
Monkeys are easily trained, right?
I have no idea, but why wouldn't we? I always get asked, where's George? Where's George? Well, we need a monkey named George at the ballpark.
I think monkeys are easily trained.
I think we need a bat monkey or a ball monkey.
A director of distraction.
I got really excited about this one.
This comes from the college basketball stuff, right?
Yes, a little bit. Yes, Arizona State, I think.
Arizona State, they do the curtain of distraction.
And it's while guys
Shout
are
out
shooting.
to Arizona State.
Thanks. Well, that's pattern thinking. Get ideas from another group, make it your own. Shooting free throws, and they would have like people giving birth. They would have all these mock things.
Well, they have this black drapery
curtain,
the curtain basically that's on PVC pipe, and they swing it across, and then the guy starts dribbling, starts looking at, and then they peel the curtain back, and all of a sudden it's a person giving birth, or
puts rubbing mayonnaise on themselves, or a kayak team, or
chaos.
It's awesome. But a director of distraction every night. One fan has the opportunity to be the director of distraction. Your sole goal is to distract the other team throughout the night. I think that could be an unbelievable position.
So if you want to sign up for the director,
be the director of distraction now, get here early.
Text Jesse 912-712-248. No, I'm sorry, that's our regular phone number. 781-424-2499. All right, these are really long ones.
Long ideas.
I give up on those ideas. Crap.
Wow, a lot of ideas. This is good that the team's got a lot of ideas.
What this is. We already do that. All right, come on. I need some better ideas.
Hey, the staff's been throwing them in. I'm impressed.
I can't read half the handwriting here. Huge Hollywood spotlights that you can see from miles away.
Love it. Our games would have to start later, though.
Like the Broadway theater.
Yeah, I like that. That's a nice thing.
I do like that. Debate if a hot dog is a sandwich.
That could just be a pregame debate every night at the ballpark. That's not mine. There's a lot.
Don't get me
save
started
some of these
on
for
those.
next year. Why don't we save some for next year?
I want one more.
All right.
This is cool. Fan gets a free massage at a game for 1 inning.
I think the idea of having a masseuse only makes sense. I don't know who came up with that.
Do they have to get?
But that's a good idea.
Do they have to get the massage in front of everyone?
Yeah, no, it's kind of weird because massages are very touchy.
Well, yeah, that's the point of a massage.
But they're also very sweaty.
How else do you get a massage?
But people are very sweaty at the ballpark, so we have to figure out that.
That is disgusting.
The AC room.
All right, let's go back to future. All right, so you might see a couple of those ideas.
Yeah, they might come around.
Future of Bananas.
2020.
Where
So
are we going
again,
from here?
this is the season finale. We'll be back in the spring. I think the future of videos. We got some exciting things. You kind of talked about the idea of hot mics coming back. We've got about 8 episodes maybe to see in the fall. But also, we got some great storytelling episodes coming out. But the future of our videos. We've got a music video coming out in December that I think people will be excited to see. I think we also have some new series ideas for making the band, making the Bananas, maybe Maceo teaching people how to dance. We got some few ideas in the works, but I think what we are looking the future videos is to create series instead of just doing these one-offs. And I think get people to follow along in the development of our characters and what we're doing, because we're just getting started. What Disney did so well is they developed all these characters.
Right.
And they still continue to do it to this day with all their new movies and Pixar and everything that's going there. How do we develop characters and get them before and behind the scenes? And I think that's what we're going to be developing over the next year and future. So that's the future of videos, future of Fans First.
Yeah, I mean, the future of Fans First, if anybody doesn't know, the name of our company is Fans First Entertainment. Our mission is to bring fans first to the world, and that's through these baseball games where 117,000 people walk through the gates this year, and how we can bring fun and entertainment and just this lightheartedness to such a game that is wrecked in tradition and slow pace and this nastiness of just a boring game, and we're trying to bring fun, entertainment, and enthusiasm to this game of baseball, and so we're trying to now take this fans first philosophy and bring it to other businesses, because we believe that there are so many businesses out there that have the opportunity to do things for their customers. You don't have to just be a sports team. You can be an accountant. You can be a real estate agent. You can be a bank. You can be a construction company, and you can still do fun things for your customers. And so now we're going to start bringing that to people. This entire offseason, we're going to be bringing that to businesses, whether you're in Savannah or not. We're going to be bringing it to people.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Teaching.
It's not about just marketing. It's about delivering a great experience. Yeah. And we spend all of our money, all of our time, all of our resources into delivering a great experience.
Yeah.
And we still got a long way to go.
Yep.
But we're trying every day and trying to reimagine what that journey looks like for the fans. And we had so much success the last year working with businesses doing that. So that's how we're going to be taking Fans First to the world with companies. But how we're going to be taking the Bananas and Fans First is we're looking at some cool things.
Yeah.
And we've been fortunate to have some opportunities in TV. And we're going to see where that goes. But we've had different groups throughout the summer come visit us from LA. And we look like we're going to maybe pursue some of those. So you never know what's going to happen in TV world.
Yep.
But stay tuned. There's some things that could be pretty exciting to be sharing with the Bananas in the future. Because again, how can we share what we're doing and have fun? We believe there needs to be more fun in the world.
Yep.
People take themselves too seriously, and we want to share that with as many people as we can. So I just hope everyone stays tuned and listens to what we're doing. And I'll tell you, Jared, it's been so fun doing 30 episodes here. We decided to do something. We stayed with it through the summer, and we're not done. We're going to be coming back before the season next year.
Yes.
And keeping it rolling.
So this is the last episode of this season, 2019. We are putting a wrap on it, but you will still get tons of great videos, tons of great content, tons of great behind-the-scenes stuff, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we will relaunch Bananas Unpeeled next spring as we gear up for the 2020 season. In the meantime, we're going to start bringing more Fans First stuff to people, to businesses. So we're going to start launching some of that stuff. Stay tuned to see if we have a TV series come out in the near future. We're just getting started, folks.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, I think want to give a sincere thank you to everyone who has listened, who has watched, who shared in this journey with us. It has been wild. We had no idea what we got ourselves into, but we had a lot of fun. So thank you. Keep in touch. Jared will still have your office hours.
Tuesdays, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock.
The next time you see him, he'll have a little one probably. Expecting his baby in a couple weeks. And we're excited to welcome the new one into the family.
Season 4 in the books, folks. Go Bananas.